737 here, Big 550 KTRS. Let's talk a little real estate with Kathy Helbig from the Kathy Helbig Group. Good morning, Kathy Helbig.
Good morning, guys.
Good morning.
All right, what are we talking about today?
We're going to talk about the things your mortgage person wishes you knew.
All right.
So number one is he wishes you contact him, or he or she wishes you contact him early. So he can start helping you pre-plan for getting the best rates and plans by helping you with whatever your credit history is, what's your job situation. So just to have a sit down or a phone conversation, kind of spell out what your plan is and let him come up with a strategy. The earlier the better.
Earlier the better.
He also wants you to know that everybody doesn't get the same rate. So you hear all the time, you know, my husband is a mortgage guy. So every time I ask him, what are the rates today? He looks at me and goes, "Arr." And I'm like, because I'm looking for a blanket answer like everybody else is. Mm-hmm. And it's all it's conditional on what type of loan you're getting, what program are you getting, what's your credit score, like all of your own personal stuff factors into rates.
It's a formula, and you put it all into the formula, and then the machine sells ding.
Yes.
And then the interest rate comes out.
Yes. And credit matters. I mean, you would think it does, but it really dictates which type of programs you can get into, which is going to be higher rates or lower rates. Mm-hmm. Paying down your balances on your credit cards, if you just pay down your balance, you can change your credit score dramatically in a month's time by going in and having available credit on your balances. So a lot of times people will, like I run a business account, so you'll jack it all the way up and then you pay it off at the end.
Right.
You're better off to go in and make 2 or 3 payments that month and keep your balance low because you don't know when the credit companies are going to report. So they pull your credit on that day, and whatever it is on that day is what your score is for the next month.
Right. I also heard don't close them, just sort of don't use them.
Because it's all available credit that you're not using.
Right.
So the same thing like with us moving lately, everybody wants to give you 0% interest, you know, buy this at this furniture store. But then when you do that, they're giving you the amount of what your furniture is typically, or you go into the stores and, you know, Ann Taylor Loft or whatever, and you open up these store credit cards, and then it's small credit balances, and then you use that. So now you're using up 100% of your available credit, which then lowers your credit score. So if you do something like that, pay at least 50% down right away so that you're only using 50% of that. Don't open new credit. Don't make any major changes or buy anything without talking to your mortgage person first.
All right.
That includes job changes. People don't think about that at all. A lot of times I quit my job, I'm starting this, I'm starting that. Not that they don't have a job, because then you obviously know that. But changing fields, not having 30 days worth of pay stubs can push the closing back.
Yeah.
So you have to have open communication about your life the whole time you're going through purchasing a home with your mortgage person. Understand the rules about down payment. A lot of times people start scrambling at the end and they're like, oh, my parents will just give me this money. It's a gift, wink, wink, you know, but that doesn't fly. It has to be what they call seasoned. So they have to be able to track the money and go back and see how long it's been there, because everybody knows it's likely a loan that you're supposed to be paying back, and then that changes your debt to credit in ratios. The last thing is teaser rates. I had somebody ask me the other day, how come I hear on TV that rates are X, super low? And the reason is because they're picking programs that nobody's going to use. So it's like a 15-year FHA, 10% down. Most people don't put those three factors together to come up with that rock bottom price. But it's what they can do to advertise the absolutely lowest price available out there. And if you read the fine print, you will see it's probably not going to work for you.
That's why Kathy Helbig's the good. She knows all the tricks of the trade, and she'll help you. How's the markets?
Market is great. It's like a resurgence again right now. Every time around October 31st, that week of Halloween, we have everybody back in the marketplace. New listings coming on the market. We have about 15 new listings coming on just ourselves right now.
Nice.
So
you need inventory still?
Yes, totally. That's why these buyers that are waiting, because interest rates are still really great.
Right.
When these new inventory comes on, you know, they'll pick them up.
That's why Kathy Helbig's the good. She's buying or selling. She's going to help you. 314-276-SOLD or KathyHelbigGroup.com.